Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. We're here with SpaceCats with lasers. The Outerspace. Why is it called The Outerspace? I don't know. Because it can't just be called Outerspace?
Well, maybe there are other, like, spaces, and this is the outer space.
Are they going to come with sequels of SpaceCats? The inner space? The side space?
The mid space?
The low space? The high space?
Yeah, they could. You never know.
The good space? The bad space?
It all depends on how successful a game about space cats with lasers can be. So this was very kindly sent to us by Bitten Toast Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Bitten Toast Games Incorporated. So we're gonna play this.
Oh man, should I hit that tutorial first?
No.
All right.
Let's not do a tutorial.
Okay.
You'll figure it out. So I tested it out on easy and on hard.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty slow start. It's totally up to you where you want to start, Eddie.
Okay. Let's go with hard. Let's just kill this.
You got it.
Let's just get it.
I truly believe in you.
We'll just see if we can get up to the level that G. Brabello is at.
I mean, that's a pretty high score.
Right?
22,000? It's like my score on threes right now. So
Admiral Plague. I almost thought his name was Admiral Plaque. Would have been funnier. Anyway, we're gonna play this game. Here we go. Oh my.
So you're a cat in a space bubble. You're flying on a spaceship made of cheese.
Okay.
And you got lasers. And these little guys pop out. So it's effectively a wave arena kind of game. Like, you're in this confined space, guys pop in, you kill them, you don't get killed. It's like bullet hell, except it functions in waves rather than moving through a space.
Yeah. Do I have any other controls? Oh, what was that?
Boost.
Okay, it's left trigger.
You also have a kill streak.
Ooh.
So if you keep your kill streak going, Eddie, you get more points.
Sweet. Gotta love kill streaks, right?
Just don't get shot.
I'm not gonna get shot. Don't you worry about it. Ooh.
So, I mean, I think looking at the game, it's pretty safe to say it's relying on a gimmick.
Uh-huh.
Like,
very much so. It's a very gimmick game.
The design is not innovative, really, in any way, shape, or form. And games don't have to be successful.
Right. I've
been talking. I haven't had a chance to play it, but at work we've been talking a lot about Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
And it's a game on Steam right now that's like overwhelmingly positive. And I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, but the only reason I haven't was because it didn't look like it was doing anything particularly different with its game mechanics.
Okay.
And I could be wrong. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but we kind of came to the conclusion is that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You don't always have to be innovative with your game. It just has to be good at one thing in particular. And so Ori was probably just very good at the Metroidvania or adventure platformer style mechanics. And it was beautiful. Like, those two things it hit particularly well.
What?
So, my point is, this game is gimmicky, right?
Yeah.
But if it handles its design focus, like if it handles the shoot 'em up style mechanics well, then it doesn't matter if it's innovative or not, so long as it's interesting and fun.
It doesn't feel like the mechanics are really handled very well, though.
It's slow, I think, is kind of...
Yeah, it's pretty slow. I don't know. I feel like this. I feel like the camera position for this is just... I know they're trying to like make it top
like
down or something.
Three quarters turn.
Yeah, 3/4 turn. It just doesn't feel...
I don't think that the camera's necessarily bad, because it's just following the player.
Yeah.
It does lead a lot of things to be off screen, but that's not unheard of in games like this.
Let me pick up the thing.
You died, Eddie.
I'm trying to pick up the thing.
I think for me it's the enemy design.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing really interesting going on. We have guys that sit stationary and shoot at us.
Mm-hmm.
We have guys that follow us.
Right.
And we have missiles that follow us, which is effectively the same as enemies that follow us.
Yes.
Although I guess they have like splash damage kind of thing, so they'll blow up other ones nearby.
They're just not that fast, though.
Oh, and we have the cursor on screen.
Oh no, Christopher. Oh gosh.
fixed it.
Oh my god.
So it's like it's set up to be like an arcade game, and the only thing that really carries it forward is the high score.
Yeah. Was that
It's a cat.
a cat?
So
Is
like
that a cat meme?
I feel like this game is sort of reflective of,
The internet?
well, like meme culture.
Yes.
Not even just the internet, because the
Right.
internet is a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is a meme game.
It is. Let's see here. Explosive projectile? Okay, so let's see. We got some options to upgrade here. We've got
I mean, this is kind of cool.
Critical strike, explosive projectile, ammo increase. I think they kind of needed these. You know, definitely needed upgrades.
Well, okay, so yes, but like, does it make the game fun? I think that would be a component of a fun game, but I think the game on its own is still not fun. Like, I'm not gonna defend the game.
Wait, did it take away my quick shoot?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really change how much fun it is.
Like, the core mechanics themselves need to be fun before the like side mechanics make it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, maybe I'm not totally right there, but I think there's truth to it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, now you're getting pinned.
Oh. Man.
Good job, Eddie.
Okay.
Do you want me to give it a go?
No, we're good.
I can help you carry this burden.
No, we're good. This is apparently just. Also, this is hard.
That was the other thing. When I first played it on an easy mode, I was like, oh my god, this is literally just a time waster. You can't even die. I mean, you could, but like, chances of you failing in easy mode or even medium mode are like so low that it just takes too long to get to a point where the game gets challenging.
Yeah.
And even hard mode is like not really challenging. You're more likely to fail from just not paying attention than...
Also, yeah, that's. Yeah. Also, this turning thing is very finicky.
Well, it's twin stick shooter, so it's like,
Yeah.
you hold it in the direction that you want to be shooting. So it expects you to be holding it in that joystick position rather than flicking the joystick.
That's fair.
So that part I don't think is like, I think it could be better, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's like
I don't want to hold
out
it
of the
there, though.
norm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, the game, you're also playing it weird.
How so?
So most bullet hells, it's like you hold down the trigger and you're just shooting the entire time, and then you just keep pulling the joystick in the direction you want to shoot.
Oh, I thought I had to let off the joystick after my weapon ran out for it to recharge.
Yeah, in your defense, there's literally nothing telling you that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then in that case,
I mean,
here
like,
we go.
if you look in the upper right, you do
Yeah.
have ammo and it reloads.
Yeah,
but
and
like,
I thought I had to keep when it ran out. I thought I had to like release so it could like refill.
oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Maybe that's too sophisticated.
Well, if for what it's worth, I think that if it was set up that way, it would be a disservice to the design, because it's engineered to be a pretty straightforward bullet hell shoot 'em up type of game.
Yeah.
So if it wanted the player to like play fragmented like that, it would make it less fun than it already is.
Gotcha. Well, now that I know that, then this just got easier.
Oh yeah, right. Just don't get hit.
That was a calculated dodge there of those bullets, if I might say so. Just saying.
A game that's structured very similar to this that I thought did a pretty well job was Tormentor X Punisher.
What is that?
It's a Raw Fury published title. I don't remember who the developer was. I think one of the devs was one of the guys that worked on Nuclear Throne.
Gotcha.
Don't quote me on that though. But I did a little bit of beta testing for it. And while I'm not a super fan of that design either, I thought that it was at least fun. And weirdly, mostly because the game was incredibly challenging.
Gotcha.
This takes the opposite approach of being like really easy. And then it's a really slow grind to get to the more challenging parts of the game.
Right.
Whereas that one is like, there's no difficulty setting. It's just hard and hard only. But it becomes interesting in that you want to find... It's like you play that game and you feel like you can get good, you're just not good.
Gotcha.
And so it keeps you coming back for more, because it's one of those games where like you get your hands on it and you're like, I know I can do better. You keep playing to be like, I want to prove to myself that I can do better.
But this, you just kind of want to put the controller down.
Yeah, there's not much keeping you in it.
Why are we cats and why are we in space? And where are we going to when we jump into this time warp? Why?
I mean, it's like the modern example of like selling a game on a gimmick.
Vampirism, I'm taking it.
And like a lot of like indie games kind of rely on that in order to stand out from the crowd. I don't think that they're necessarily wrong for that. But I don't think that those games are ever going to be upheld as like, this was a great experience and something worth celebrating.
Right.
This is like, this is just a thing.
Oh, he popped.
Oh, he spawned on you. Ooh, that's like super not cool.
Yeah, not cool at all. No. That was bad.
So okay, Eddie.
Yo.
Now that you've gotten your hands on the game,
Yeah.
what do you think could be done with this game, with all of the existing mechanics and content, to make for a more fulfilling experience than it offers?
Changing what the game is. Make it a game about cats that are exploring distant planets.
No,
like
you're not taking what I'm putting on the table is only existing
only
mechanics.
this. Okay,
Only with what you have right now.
All right.
How could you modify it to make it more fulfilling? Because like any designer could look at this and be like, well, you could have taken it in X, Y, and Z direction and sure, make a game that they think would be more fulfilling. But I want to see if there's something that could be done with the existing design. I think that's the more challenging.
So saying that you could put it in like a side-scrolling kind of space thing would be not the existing design.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well,
I think that there's an answer. I'm not saying that I know the answer, but I'm curious what you think.
it's just increase the speed of things, increase the difficulty. For one,
I agree with that. I think that's a huge component of it. It's just a really slow grind.
Yeah. Feels like I can't do anything wrong. Even if I die, it still feels like I didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, like when you
Nothing
fail,
is rewarding in this.
I think that's another big part. I think that like these rewards that we're getting, like the upgrades, are intended to be that like, good job, you did it. This is the thing that keeps you going forward because you get more upgrades.
Yeah.
But like, they feel superficial, even if like
Very much so.
they do help. Like obviously you're shooting faster,
Yeah.
or your shots are more powerful, or whatever it might be. It's like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like anything really matters too much. I
do
don't
think that
know
they
what can be done to make this better.
I do think that they have some like things in some of the enemy design that could be utilized more. So like the shield thing is one. He was generating a shield across multiple units, and you had to kill the guy generating the shield before. I think you have a boost to get out of that.
I forgot about it.
Yeah. So like I think that some of the enemies could be utilized more to make for a more interesting challenge. Gotta use that boost. Hey, but you're in 16th place.
Oh, but what did I...
You got blown up.
By what?
So the dude that you shot he blows up and it damages an area of effect.
Oh, whoopsies. Oh, well.
In your defense, there wasn't really much indicating that.
There wasn't. There was nothing. Here we go again. Again on our own. I don't know, what do you think it could make it better also? What else?
I think removing the upgrades entirely from that like wave upgrade screen and instead having them randomly populate into the game would be a start.
Oh, that would be nice.
But I think also just ramping up the difficulty tremendously.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like Tormentor X Punisher level, but I think like there's absolutely no reason to have the first wave be just vanilla enemies.
Gotcha.
There's no reason because it's not interesting.
Yeah.
I think level design wise, there's a couple things they could do. They could shrink the space dramatically. You just have too much room to move. which leads to a lot of empty space.
Yeah.
And so it's like, sure, you have all these guys shooting at you, but there's not a lot of really required precision. If you keep moving, they basically never hit you. And I think shrinking that space would help. I think having better AI would be better, but
Gotcha.
if we're not changing anything other than like what we're given,
Right.
then I think that would be another starting point.
Maybe levels that are actually mazes that you have to go through.
I mean, like, that would be interesting too, but that's harder to do on a procedural level.
That's fair. Still possible, though.
Yeah, that would also be modifying the existing design. I think having, like, level obstacles that aren't destructible or that are enemies would definitely help, but that would also be new content too.
Right. Would taking out the cat meme at the end of every level be changing the existing design?
I mean, I think the aesthetic doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
I feel like they don't even really stay true to the aesthetic too, because your enemies are like weird space aliens. Like, why not make everything cat themed?
How would you feel about them changing it so that you can't shoot and kill an enemy that's completely off screen? You actually have to see it to kill it.
I mean, shrinking the game space would be one thing to prevent that.
Yeah. Because, like, I can just shoot off into nothingness that I can't see and kill an enemy.
Yeah.
It's just like, man.
And I think, like, enemies don't really move around except for the occasional few that do. So I think, like, give most enemies the means of moving around. And suddenly you get something more like, oh, man. I can't think of... It was, like, I think in an old Atari game. It's like... Retronator. You know what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
Let me see if I can find it. Retron Robot Atari. Let's see if that gives me anything.
We should make a game like this, Chris. It'd be great for us.
Retro? Nah, I'm not going to be able to find this.
Does he deflect a shot? Oh, no, he doesn't deflect a shot. Okay. I thought he deflected a shot and it came back to you, but it's actually just his bullet.
But like, even like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But like, I was gonna say if that was a deflecting shot, it's like it was slower than how fast I was when I shot him. That doesn't work. But no, it's not even a deflecting shot, so it's fine. Never mind.
But even like Smash TV is another example of like they don't have very interesting mechanics going on in the game. And to be fair, that was a retro game. But Smash TV is still fun in its own right. But like, this is a game that'll probably just be forgotten, and were it created back in the day, probably would have been forgotten by now too.
Yes. Floating around on a piece of cheese as a cat in space.
And like, I guess not that there's anything wrong with that either. If you don't want to make a game that has like a lasting impact, that's fine actually. I think that it's toxic to to like enforce that all game developers have to make something of like
something that lasts for
artistic substance and
needs to last for ages. It's like, well,
just
doesn't
like
have to.
Make what you want to make. If you want to
Guts and Glory is not going to last for ages. It was a great game. I love that game, Guts and Glory.
Yeah,
like it's not going to last forever. And it doesn't need to.
Like, maybe this game speaks to some people.
Yeah.
Maybe the internet memers are like, oh, this is right up my jam.
Yeah, and everything won't last forever either. That game?
I don't even know that one.
It
didn't last forever, I guess.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it will last forever. It's a game you just kind of roll around as different things in life. You can be a rock. You can be a tiny little cell. You can be a
it's
planet.
kind of like everything.
That's the game I'm talking about.
You said it was nothing lasts forever. It's the game. The game is. I'm thinking it's called Everything.
I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said everything. You know, everything. Yeah. I don't think everything is going to last very long. It's still a great game.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Also, can you just not choose an upgrade? No, you have to choose an upgrade.
Everything won some awards at the IGF Awards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a game that doesn't last forever can win awards.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I feel like that's indicative of that game actually having some kind of like artistic sustenance and longevity there. So,
yeah, I mean,
I guess you could see that and think that that game's gimmicky, but it obviously...
gimmicky.
No, I don't think it is either, but it clearly resonated with people on a deeper level than a game like this might with most people.
Yeah. I mean, I think the idea of everything is great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is funny. He can actually attach to me and...
Oh, Oh, interesting.
Do I have to? Yeah, that's what I have to do. All right. Just have to dash away from him. That was kind of cool. That was fun. There.
Yeah.
They got me. I said one thing was fun.
Yeah, like, I think that there are some merits to this game. It's just like, as a whole, it's not a great experience.
No.
But that's okay. Like, it's alright. There's no reason to not... Say, like, you made this game, Eddie, and you showed it to me, and I was like, I think it's not a good game. I would still encourage you to put the game out there. Put it out in the world.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Because, like, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
It's not like it's damaging...
Oh, fuck, I'd
culture.
put it... I mean, I'd put it out there, no doubt.
If this game was about,
this-
like...
If I just learned how to make games just recently, and this is what I made, I would totally fucking put it out there.
Yeah.
Like, no shit. So, like, there's no problem with it existing.
Well, we're at time,
It's just ridiculous is all.
We can go as long as you want, Eddie.
Oh,
but
no.
fantastic. Well, this was SpaceCats with Lasers. If you want to check it out
Oh, hey.
and beat Eddie's high score, it is on Steam for like $3.
There's things you can do.
Oh yeah, you can customize your cat.
Yeah. You can be on a
you
burrito,
actually
on
have
boxes.
to buy something.
Oh.
What do you want to buy, Eddie?
Dude.
Keyboard? Yeah.
Hell to the yeah.
Keyboard cat.
Synthesizer. It's a Moog.
That's way better than cheese.
It's way better than cheese. Look at that. Look at a freaking cat. What else can you... You can change your cat. You can change your headgear.
Ooh,
You can be... Oh, that's what I want.
It's like paper garbage bag ghost hat.
Yeah. This is something Millhouse would wear. Yeah.
Perfect.
Or Ralph, actually. More Ralph. It's more Ralph, I think.
Question of the day.
Anyway.
Question of the day. What would you do in this game, modifying anything from within the existing content? What do you think could be done to make a more fulfilling experience? Or do you think that it was totally fine the way it is?
I just realized this, like, the SpaceCats is, like, old PowerPoint font.
It's like 80s sci-fi.
80s sci-fi. That's what it
Yeah.
is. My bad. I like it.
I think that's in theme.
Oh, no, it's in theme. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Anyway. What can be made to make it more fulfilling? What?
It's weirdly worded. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next episode.
I'm Chris. Nothing's worded the way I want it. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
How can it be more filling? It's like food.
I said fulfilling.
I'm pretty sure you said filling.
I said fulfilling.
How could it be more filling?
Fulfilling. All right, this was fun. Bye.